Well, the sun is up and we have a nice sunny day. It's 21 degrees. My wife went out this morning. She said, you know, it doesn't feel very cold. And that's something I've noticed before, especially up here in Maine. Sometimes down in Georgia, it can be in the 40s. And there's moisture in the air and it feels really chilly. And sometimes up here, it can be much colder. It doesn't feel too chilly because the air is so dry. That's what we got going on today. 31 degrees. But it feels nice, especially in the sun. Oh, look. My inner tubes still holding air good. That one might have lost a little air. So I took some boat measurements here. I put, what I did was, I was down in Georgia a while back and I got that new tin boat. And I was wondering this morning in my head how wide this is and whether that boat would actually fit down in here. So I went back and looked at my old videos and I found where I had measured the bottom of that boat. And the bottom of that boat was 31 inches. And it flares out as it goes up and comes out to about 35. And I went online this morning and I was looking at those little rods. I've actually got some over here that you're supposed to be able to weld aluminum with. And all of that goes along with me thinking this morning about how to make this more compact and get it down to Georgia. And then I started thinking about maybe rebuilding this after I took a measurement this morning. I thought, well, that wouldn't hurt if that was a little bit wider. Now, for example, here, this bit right here is 39 inches. So this would actually be about the right size to make one of those out of. This space between the wheels here is about 23 inches. And that's about 21. I cut off this much, but I've got another one of these out back. So I might decide a couple different things. I might decide to see, I was thinking about taking these wooden pieces off here because they look like they're just pine and remaking them out of oak. But then I thought, well, if I could weld aluminum, I could cut off a little piece of this and make this piece out of aluminum instead of wood. But then I could also make this, if I was going to take it apart, I could make it wider. Now notice right here, I believe, I may be wrong, that looks like that's a crack right there. Like maybe these two sides are put together. It may be that I could widen this thing, take the two sides off, and put a longer piece in the middle, get a piece of some of that or some other stuff if I got any other stuff out there. But I'm kind of looking at all that today as I'm thinking more about my rack. What I was thinking I would probably want to do first off today is just going to put a piece of steel under the rack that goes the length of this, just so there's some extra support. I don't like the idea that this steel is bolted into this aluminum and I can put a nut on this end of this, but I just, you know, it's got this being a little over careful feeling. I was still thinking, well, if I just took me a piece of steel and welded it from here and let it end out here, it'd be something like, this is too short, but it'd be something about like this. See, but just have a piece that comes out here all the way to this edge, and then put a bolt right here and weld it right there. That would be insurance that I would have against some sort of failure in the future. So I'm thinking about doing that out here in the sunlight after I get this door open. I haven't come out of my pajamas yet. I'm out here. You know, I was thinking about a joke the other day that I was making up in my head about an old man wardrobe. I got a pair of heavy pajamas I wear at night before I go to bed, and I got a pair of lightweight pajamas I wear during the day underneath my blue jeans to keep me warm. And I was thinking about pajamas becoming part of my daily attire. I used to never wear pajamas, and now that I'm retired, there's nobody here. I can walk around in my driveway in my robe and my pajamas, and nobody can see me. Unless I turn the camera around, you can't even see me. So, I mean, I can get away with things. I feel a little bit like Bill Murray. I think there was a movie he made where he was just walking around in his pajamas all during the movie, looking like a alcoholic deadhead or something. But anyway, I digress. I get off on something else. I'll go back in here and think about what I want to do, but I wanted to come out here and just think about what I wanted to do while I was looking at this piece this morning after taking those measurements. Because rather than transporting this whole thing down there, I might be thinking about something else. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it, and then I'll see what I come up with. Yep, sure will. All right, so much for that. Just forget everything I just said, because it wasn't very important anyway. But I did want to say it. Okay? Okay.